and Scotty, your great mate, standing alongside you.
Well, I'm trying to keep it together, Tone. I'm getting a little bit teary here, but he has come straight to his first, and I appreciate that, Gussie. How you feeling, mate? What's going through the mind?
Oh, I'm exhausted. It has been a big week, I guess, off field, and it's probably taken a little bit of the life out of me, but it's a little bit emotional. Just really proud to be part of this playing group. I said to Richo, but I've in the short time that I've been here, I've fallen in love with this footy club. The supporters and the Richmond faithful have taken me in a really non-judgmental way, and just made the last 2 years of my life probably as good a 2 years as I've had.
How does it feel now? Does it sunk in that it is all over? The footy is finished for you, mate, because it's been a massive week for you. We've all watched the doco and that, and it just showed how much footy meant to you. Has it sunk in now with the big builder? No,
it hasn't. I think, although we had the documentary aired this week, and that was a big thing off field, probably my thoughts and concerns were first and foremost about my hamstring. So I went into the game really worried, and I thought there was every chance that I could have pinged it in the warm-up, let alone into the game. So the club, fortunately nursed me through a little bit, and I was just lucky to get through the game. A little bit on one leg, but that's what happens.
Mate, before I pass it upstairs to the guys, where to now, mate? What's on?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to staying in Melbourne and watching the finals. I think it'll be a cracking series. And then I've got a little bit of work lined up with a business mate of mine that I'm between now and Christmas that'll keep me very busy. So,
Benny, Tony Shaw up here with Rob Walls and Tim Lane. And let me say off the top, I've been a critic at time about, probably more off-field than on-field, but you've had a sensational career. Congratulations in the way, especially this week under a lot of pressure, how you've conducted yourself. You've been fantastic. That hamstring, we were saying today, you just didn't want to kick the ball, and sometimes your players maybe lost the recognition that you didn't want to kick the ball and they didn't come to you.
Yeah, well, the coach has been critical about me not kicking the footy since I've been here. They reckon I stopped kicking the footy when I left West Coast, so I didn't have to modify my game too much, but I did nurse it around a little bit, and it probably wasn't at my best, but I was just lucky and happy that I got through.
Your premiership aside, and when you're playing a premiership, that's what you do as a player, and you said that was the greatest time that you've ever had in football, and that's what you do it for. Just when you think about players who you've come through, that emotionally you've been caught up with all these young players, what about do you think of the time you had at West Coast Eagles? Well, what's just the memory that you think, other than the premiership, about someone within that group that really stood out within your career?
I've had a lot of great people that have had a huge influence on my career. My great mate Maney, who took me under his wing as soon as I got to the club, and we got a lot of history, and unfortunately he's not here to share it with us, but he's probably the one guy that stood out. And then probably, I was privileged to come into West Coast at a really, strong time when Woosha was the captain, and he had a huge influence on me, not only as a captain but also a coach.
Ben, guys, as Ballsy, so I've got to wrap up. He's waiting in a meeting. I just want to finish off by saying, as a bloke that I miss every day is Chris Mainwaring. I reckon he's looking down, mate, as proud as punch, cousin. I appreciate your time, buddy.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it.
And we appreciate your time too, as Ben Cousins having a chat with Scott Cummings there.